Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in the Divine Truth deck today by Bridget. And I bought the feminine edition of this deck into the early reading today. And they did come through and reassure you on some things, like they're always thinking about you, they're always hot for you. Sometimes their desire takes them over and, they have to deal with that. And they want you to know that you do matter to them, no matter how things seem. So if you want some extra guidance today and you haven't already watched that reading, I do recommend watching that because it will help you to feel at peace. But let's see what they want to say to you today and what's on their mind. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. Wow, flying out there. What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know right now? What's on their mind? Thank you. Okay. So let's see what's going on then. The first card out is, I'm sorry I hold so much in. I've always been this way. So again, they're kind of reminding you that they've got wounds that they need to heal around being vulnerable, expressing themselves and opening up. I've always been this way. I've always found it hard to open up and communicate my feelings. I've always found it hard. Now, you may have seen a side of them that's actually being very open and vulnerable, but they do go into their own fear as time goes on and they can repress things and push things down. And this is connected with society and programming and conditioning and things they went through as a child, things that have scarred them from a child or from a previous relationship or even a previous lifetime. So it's reminding you have to give them time to open up. You can't force them to do this. You can't make them do this. You've just got to allow them to do it in their own time. And the way that you assist them is by you being the authentic one, you telling them how you feel. You don't need to put walls or barriers up. Obviously, you put boundaries down so you know what you will and won't accept while circumstances are a certain way. But this doesn't mean you hide your feelings or you don't speak your truth. It means you continue to be your authentic self. And that's very inspiring to them. And they're apologising for this. I'm sorry I hold so much in. I'm sorry I hold myself back. I've always been this way. And it's something that they are overcoming because of you. And they want to show you how they feel. Just know there is no competition. You're number one in my book. So they want you to know that in their eyes, you're number one. There is no competition. So it doesn't matter if they've got people following them on social media, if they're out flirting with people, if they're in a karmic relationship, if they've got someone interested in them at work or they're spending time with friends, it does not matter. There's no competition. In their eyes, you are all they see. So they may have all these people around them, and yes, they may be getting an ego boost from those people who are flirting with them or liking the pictures on social media. They may feel a sense of comfort with a karmic partner because it's what they used to, but really no one comes close to you. And that's what they're saying to you. And I feel someone needs to hear that today because I feel someone watching is perhaps feeling a bit low because you may be comparing yourself to someone else. And don't ever do that because you are their counterpart. You were designed for that. You are the person who ticks every single box in their book. You tick every single box. Other people tick a few, but you tick them all. You are everything. With you, it feels right. It feels natural. It feels like coming home. They never have that with anyone else. That's why the karmic people around them, remember, feel envious of the connection that you share because they know, and they give me fear, they can never replicate it. And that puts fear into them. And that may give me fear there. That may make them try and work harder for your masculine's attention or to keep them there. But it doesn't mean it will work. So this is about your person saying, in my eyes, in my book, you're number one. And I definitely feel as well that some of them may be writing books in the future and they may write about the story between you. So in their book, when they're writing about you, you are their number one. When you write about them, if you're an author yourself, you know already that they are your number one, but you have to know that this is reciprocated. And I definitely feel someone is writing lyrics of something like a song or a poem. This may be how they're expressing themselves as well. They're saying, I need to take my time with you, slow down. So again, this is reminding you that you don't need to rush this love. So you don't need to be impatient or in fear about the when, or worrying about your biological clock ticking, or worrying about time ticking away, because you have as much time as you need, because God is in charge and it's all in divine timing. So it feels like your person is actually giving you guidance here, saying, slow down. We don't need to rush this. I need to take my time with you to get it right. I don't want to mess things up again. I've already messed it up before, maybe 100 times before. I want to do it right this time. We need to take it slow. Don't rush, slow down. And I feel this is also a big message for those of us feminines, me included, who tries to rush the connection forward in a physical way sometimes, because when my masculine's here, for example, I can't keep my hands off him. Okay, and sometimes I feel like he's asking me to slow down, saying, come on now, Liz, and I feel you may connect with that too. So you may have to be very disciplined with yourself and say, I don't need to be rushing this forward right now. Just slow down, take your time. There's no need to rush anything. So relax. I feel this also your person saying, I want to spend time with you. So I want to be with you when I can spend that time with you and not rush to somewhere else, or not just give you breadcrumbs. I want to take my time with you. I want to slow this down so I have more time with you. And I feel this is definitely about being in the bedroom too. I know I have deep wounds from the past to heal. So they have things to heal, deep wounds that stop them from opening up, that keep them where they are. They're addressing this. I know I have these wounds. I know I have things I need to deal with from the past. I know I have things I need to release in the past. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for slowing this down and giving me time. So this is another reason why you have to be very patient on this journey, because they need to heal these wounds. It's part of their mission. Thank you for accepting me as I am. So this is reminding you don't need to change them. You don't need to make them open up before they're ready or be vulnerable until they're ready. You don't need to make them do things a certain way. And this is about you loving them just as they are. Whatever job they do, whatever clothes they wear, however they are, you accept them just as they are. Why? Because you love all of that. And they are grateful for that. You accept me as I am. You love me for who I am. And nobody else has ever loved them that way. You've helped to expand my mind and see in new ways. So you show them new things. You show them things about their life they've never seen, about humanity and spirituality they've never seen, and also things about themselves. The way that you love them is unique, and no one else will have ever loved them that way or made them feel that way. And that's why you're so special. That's why they'll never forget you, and that's why they want you. I can imagine our future, husband and wife, mum and dad. Now take the gender out of this again, because it could be husband and husband, wife and wife, mum and mum, dad and dad. But the point I'm making is, when they see their future, they see you in it, and they see you married, they see you with children, for those of you who want kids. They see you in a committed, stable, secure relationship that lasts. They don't see you just spending time together for a weekend and then going your separate ways. And they do see you living together, but they see more than that. They see you as husband and wife. And it doesn't matter whether they've been married before, whether they're married now, whether they've seen their own mum and dad have a bad marriage or whatever, whether a child of divorce, it doesn't matter. They see you in this kind of relationship. And they want you to know their children if they have kids. They want to know your children if you have kids. If you want kids together, they want that. Maybe you're going to be a mummy and a daddy, or a mum and a dad, to animals. So this is about them letting you know that they see you in their future end game, long term. Something that lasts forever and ever. Because you're the only one. And that's why they're saying to you, you're number one in my book, because you're the only one. You're the only one I crave like this, and it makes me crazy. And it does make them crazy because they think of you randomly throughout the day. It turns them on. It distracts them from what they're doing. And then they get frustrated and angry, and you pick up on that. They can push you away because of that. So they're saying, it drives me crazy when I can't have you, and I crave you this way. You're the only one I crave this way. They've never desired or wanted anybody the way they desire and want you. Doesn't matter what relationships they've been in or who they've been around. And I wish we could just start over completely, rewind time. Now, obviously, we can never rewind time, And everything had to happen that way for a reason. So as nice as it would be to go back and turn back the clock, without going through the experiences we've had, you've had, they've had, you wouldn't be the people you are today. So your person's saying, I wish I could rewind time and do it again, but I do know that I needed to go through everything this way to become the person that I am. And so did you. You know, we all have moments where we think, if only I could go back and change this, especially when you've been on this journey a long, long time. You think, if only I could go back. If only I could go back and just make a different choice or a different decision or say something differently. The whole journey may be different, but the thing is, you are twin flames. You haven't come here to live in a karmic relationship. You've come here to grow as a soul. So if you'd have got together back then the way perhaps you are thinking about when you were winding time, it wouldn't have happened that way anyway, because it wasn't meant to happen that way. So what you can do now is make up for time lost by opening up, being vulnerable and showing each other the truth. And this is what they intend to do. And I love that this is the last card coming out, because it's like the saying to you to end this reading, we're going to have a new beginning. I want us to start over completely, to wipe the slate clean, to let go of the past, to start again. We may not be able to rewind time, but we can certainly enjoy the time we've got left. As husband and wife, mum and dad, enjoying life in a wonderful, loving, committed, successful partnership. And that's what they fully intend to do. So they're sorry about holding all these things in. You know, these are things they want to tell you as well, that they do see you in their future, that you're the only one that they crave. And you will know that deep within anyway. You'll know through the dreams you have, the feeling in the body you share, the way your bodies react to each other. And they are grateful that you accept them as they are. So next time you try and control anything, remember they have deep wounds. They are healing these wounds. And that's why they need to take it slow. So next time you get impatient, breathe. The next time you worry about someone that you're talking to online or sharing a life with, just know there's no competition. They give me that block because they want to start over with you, and they will resent their karmic people too, because they will feel like they've robbed them of a life with you. And obviously they haven't robbed them of anything. They've given them experiences and lessons, but really this is how they feel towards themselves. They feel angry at themselves because they feel they've robbed themselves of their happiness. However, you've helped them to expand and see things in new ways, and understand that karmic people help with this too. Because karmic people are also catalysts. Experiences are also catalysts that move things forward. So I feel the message is they're apologising for things they're doing that they've always done, or the way they've behaved, things they're healing now. You know, and you might think they've always behaved that way, or they've always done this a certain way, and it's because that's what they've been used to. But you've changed them deep within, and they are changing deep within to do things differently. So have faith in the love. The love has the power to transform. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.